Class. Today we are going to draw another laboratory plate. This is, I titled this Optical Illusion. I found this from a book that illustrates how we're going to draw our lesson. The commands that we're going to be using in this laboratory would be number 1, ortho, 2, line, 3, offset, 4, ellipse, 5, trim, 6, erase, copy, erase, hatch or BHatch, DIMSTYLE. So DIMSTYLE is the command we are going to be using if we are going to create new styles of dimensions, and we will need to insert dimensions in our drawing, and lastly to save our drawing. So this is what our drawing will look like. Please notice that we are drawing this is an optical illusion from a cubical rectangular to an ellipse. Okay, so don't focus on it too much because your eyes will get tired and will get dizzy. Okay, what we need to know here is the dimensions. Dimension is this is 7.5, 15. So this is also the distance from this to here is 7.5, 7.5 again, and 7.5. Distance from this edge to this edge is 150 plus the sum of the last 2 digits of your student number. So in this case, 150 plus 5 plus 6. So this is 161. So 5 plus 6 is 11. So 150 plus 11 is 161. Okay, in your case, it may be different. Okay, so it depends on your student number. Also here you would see that this is an ellipse. The major axis is 15 units, and the minor axis is 10 units, 5 from each side. Okay, so basically this is what we're going to do. Also, we need to put hatch or this shading. These are called hatch patterns in AutoCAD. This is an ellipse. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Instructions. As we did in the previous plate, we opened our template, plate number 2, and we use that. Then we change the name to P4. We save it as AutoCAD DW format under the name, this name P4 CE, and your family name. So we draw a drawing and you save and submit. Okay, these are the steps. First, we make 2 lines, one horizontal, one vertical. We can do that by turning ortho on, or shortcut would be F8. So we make 2 lines, both horizontal and vertical. We just click here, click, click, and click. It's just 3 clicks. Next, we offset. We create parallel lines, offset the distance. Okay, then we offset again, this time the other lines. So we need to count how many lines we need to make to do this. We also need to offset here 5 later. Now, offset 5 at left, 5 at the right. Now, we need to add these diagonal lines. So how do we do that? We use the intersection of the OSNAP. Okay, or we turn on the OSNAP command and set intersection to the default. We check it. So these are the intersections. We need to trim and erase unwanted lines, so we need to delete this. We need to trim, and we need to draw an ellipse. Okay, so I will demonstrate how to draw the ellipse later. Then we make 2 other lines. two other ellipses by just copying. We copy the ellipse, use this as base point. Then the second point of displacement will be this, and another point of displacement will be this. Okay, so we can make multiple copies in just one command. If you don't want to use this as our base point, if you want to use this as our base point, you can do that. As long as the second point of displacement would be this, the edge or the end of the line, and the next would be this. If this is your base point, your second point of displacement should be this and this. Okay, so I will demonstrate that later. Now we will add hatch or BHatch. Okay, hatch is a command used in the old AutoCAD, wherein when you use hatch, we need to manually enter the hatch pattern and everything. Using BHatch, a hatch gradient would appear, and it is easier to use. Okay, first we select the pattern. We change this to solid because the default is, I think, lines. Okay, then we select the boundary. Select boundary. We click on this. Then after we click on that, we select this. Select this, and press enter. And you will see a preview. And if it's okay with you, then you can select. Okay. Now, you will also create new dimension style. Okay, so the command will be DIMSTYLE. When you click DIMSTYLE, this will appear. The DIMSTYLE dialog box. We click new tab, then we put the name. Type in the name you want. In my case, I'll use my family name. Then save. After that, after you have new, it should open. Use first tab, the line tab, and we change the color by layer. Okay, we change the line type to continuous. We change line weight by layer also. The lines, this is by layer, then continuous, then okay. Now the fit tab. What's in the fit tab? In the fit tab, let's see closely. In the fit tab, you have only to change this. Change that to 15. The default is 1, I think. Okay, then okay. Then go to the next tab, which is primary units. Primary units, we need to also change the position. We need only 2 decimal places. And we need to check this zero suppression. Will you suppress the trailing 0? Then okay. This is the lines tab. Line by layer here. Line type should be continuous. Extension line should be by layer. Line type of the continuous. Line type of extension to continuous. Okay, and then okay. After that, okay, what's next? We insert the dimensions. Okay, to insert dimensions, we need to first click this. This is dim horizontal or dim vertical. It depends upon where you select the points. If you click this, click point 1 here. By the way, you should OSNAP should be turned on at this point. OSNAP should be turned on, set to endpoints. So you click here, click there, second point, then click here, third point. This would appear. Now, to put this, we need to click on this one. This is dim baseline. Okay, dim baseline. So to click dim baseline, if this was your last command, last dimension that you inserted, automatically it would select this. Then you just have to click this so that you can have your automatically it will be displayed like this. Okay, if you did this wrongly, not correctly, you selected this first and selected the second, this would be start at this line. Okay, so it's important that you start here, second point. When you click this, automatically your baseline dimension would be at the top. Okay, second, this is first you use dimension aligned, dim vertical, 0.1, 0.2, then this is dim continuous. If you click that, then you just have to click here and click there. Automatically it will have this appearance. Okay, this one is dim baseline, dim horizontal. Okay, then we save our drawing. With AutoCAD open, we need to click start drawing. We notice that by default, this is our drawing. So this is plate number 4. So we change this to P4. Okay. Then file, save as. So we're doing P4. So we'll just change this. Okay, P4 and save. Now we will start drawing. First line, ortho on. Ortho F8, shorter. F8, that's ortho on. Now, line, no, X line is our construction line. Click here, right there, and we need ortho on. We now have 2 lines, horizontal and vertical. If that is, you're going to use the construction line. If you're going to use just line, and click 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Now, what's next? We need to offset, letter O for offset. Distance, as I've said, this depends on your student number. So in my case, that's 150 plus 5 plus 6. So what is 160? So offset by 161. That depends on your student number. So we click here, there. Okay, now you need to offset more lines. Offset again. This time we enter 7.5. So how many lines? 1, 2, 3. Okay, and here we need, I think, 7. 1, 2, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now we need to put in the inclined line. So OSNAP should be endpoint and intersection. Your ortho can be turned off if you want. Okay, so I turned off my ortho. So line there, line, or and okay, so we have 3 lines. Now we make another line here. Okay, then offset, this time 5 on both sides, left and right. Now we need to draw an ellipse. We need to draw an ellipse. We delete the unneeded lines, and we don't need this. Okay, we don't need this also. We need to make an ellipse, ELLIPSE, ellipse. So first point there, second point there, and third point there. Okay, another ellipse. Okay, I'll demonstrate again. Ellipse, first point, second point, third point. That's simple. Now we need to trim what's not needed. Trim like this. Okay, so don't need that. And undo, undo. Okay, trim, select it all. Trim. Okay, then we will make multiple copies of this. So copy, select our ellipse. Our base point will be this. Okay, second copy will be there, and third copy will be there. Okay, now we delete this. We don't need it anymore. Okay, we trim. Use this circle to trim. There. Use this. Trim again. We need now just to add your hatch there and put dimensions. Okay. So BHatch or BH. Select our pattern. Click here and select the solid. Okay. Add or select your point, internal point. There. If you click at preview, look like that. Pick points again, there and there. Okay, so if you miss the internal point, if you click on here, it will select a different pattern. If this is not closed, it will also not function properly. Okay, now that you have that, what's next? We make our dimension. So how do you make a dimension? Okay, type DIMSTYLE, or you could use the icon. You will see this one, standard icon. Click on that. Click on that. We type in new. Okay, this would appear. Create new dimension style. So we put our name. Okay, continue. Now this should be by layer. This should be continuous. This should be by layer. This one should be also by layer. Line type should be continuous. Extension should be continuous. line weight should be by layer. Okay. Next, we go to fit, the fit tab. In the fit tab, we need this to be this one. We need this to be 15. Okay. Click OK if you want. There's your dimension. You modify. Okay. Primary units. The primary units tab, we need this to be, there should be 2 decimal places. There. We need to check this trailing. Okay. If we need prefixes or suffixes, let's say if you are using dimensions in, you want to put in meters or inches, we put the suffix. The prefix if you have a preferred prefix to use. No. Okay. And then, so okay to use it. Close. Now, by default, AutoCAD will automatically choose your newly created line, your dimension. Now, we need this. We need this. If you do not have that, okay, let's change first. If you do not have that, how do you put it on? Just right click on any icon here, an empty space, then look for the dimension, click on that. Automatically this will pop up. Okay, now bring that to the side or wherever you want it to be. So in my case, I want it on the sides. Now I'm ready to put in my dimensions. Okay, so we put dimensions in our drawing. So we start off with this, the dim linear. Either this is horizontal or vertical. So click on that. First point, second point, then third point. Okay, next, dim baseline. It's dim baseline. Click on that. So then we click on that. Automatically, AutoCAD will give us this dimension. What if we choose differently? Okay, what if we started here and there, and dim baseline, click there? Okay, it would look different. Okay, so always you should start from either the left to the right or right to the left, and not the other way around. Okay, so dim linear, first point, second point, and dim baseline right there. Okay, now we'll put in the dimensions. This one. Okay, we'll put in this dimension. Then now this is dim continuous, so click and click. Okay, I forgot one more dimension. I need to put dimension there, 5. Okay, so we now completed our drawing. If you want to put this the middle, you can use the command move. Okay, so you can turn off the snap, the OSNAP. There's the OSNAP, and move it to the center. Okay, so that's the end. If you need just to save this and submit. Thank you, and see you on our next laboratory, next drawing.